What's up everyone, my name's Indo and today I've put together a Rampage jungle build guide for you all. I'm going to organize it here on ometa.city. If you actually want to look up my build, you can just look up Rampage Jungle and it's under the author Indo Complex. So yeah, let's get right into it. For our crest, I say in 90% of situations, Razorback is the go-to. Gives you defensive and reflects damage back, so it's a kind of offensive / defensive crest. Certain scenarios you could run Nair Boots for movement speed, or you could do Sapphire's Mantle for health scaling, but those are pretty niche. I would say generally go for Razorback. And then for our first item, we're going to go right into Overlord. I max out this item, gives you that health and wave clear. Ever since Rampage's wave clear got nerfed a few patches ago, this is pretty crucial, I found, to do the combo between Overlord and Fire Blossom. And speaking of which, for the second item, I usually do Fire Blossom, and this will give you fire damage and an AoE, which helps with clear, gives you some health and armor, physical. And generally what I'll do is I'll build Fire Blossom up to Brimstone, so then I can rush into Tainted Guard. And Tainted Guard gives you physical armor, health, a little cooldown, and gives you a blight, which reduces healing of your enemies when they hit you with physical attacks, and will also give you a bleed, which helps with clear as well. Now, I would say most scenarios, because of that bleed, this triple combo of clear really helps Rampage, just plow through the jungle. In certain scenarios, if there's absolutely no healing on the enemy team, maybe you would opt to not run this, but I would say most of the time it's worth going for. And then for our fourth item, we go into Void Helm. This gives you health, little cooldown, and that magic armor. And the main components are the Anima, which gives you that 10% increased healing, huge for Rampage. And then that Immobilize grants you healing, which is huge because you're chucking rocks all the time. And then finally, Stonewall, usually the safest bet, gives you some physical armor, health, and a lot of health regen, and will give you a stun when you drop below certain 40% health. It'll stun everyone around you and just give you more physical armor. And this is kind of your, I would say, most of the time, most straightforward build are these items here. And then I kind of have a few situational items I can go through. Crystalline, if you're fighting a lot of mages, you need more magic armor, and it gives you bonus magic armor and some movement speed when you're hit with spells. Frost Guard here, if you're fighting a lot of mobile classes and you need to slow them down, it gives you an AoE slow and reduces their attack speed when they attack you, and gives you physical armor and health. So that's a good option. Warden's Faith, if you're fighting a lot of ADCs that are just popping off and doing crazy damage, reduce crit strike and basic attacks. Good counter to ADCs with this card. Unbroken Will, if you're fighting a lot of mages, especially with stuns, or just stuns in general and you need extra regen, you can always go for this. Every time you're stunned, you get bonus regen, big for Rampage. Citadel is a good option if you're trying to shred through a bunch of tanks. You have like multiple tanks on the enemy team, you just need to help reduce their armor. It's a good one. And then finally, Tainted Bastion. This is good if you're doing that double tainted combo where you're fighting a lot of characters that heal, like Shimby off lane, Countess mid, Chimera jungle, and you want to utilize that tainted from magical effects and tainted from physical effects. And then on top of that, anytime a character's blighted from either item, you'll get that 12% damage mitigation, which is pretty huge. And yeah, that's kind of all the situational items I generally use. And then beyond that, I'll meet you guys in the training room for the Rampage tips and tricks. Thank you. So Rampage, she is your standard big beefy tank jungler. He's got great engagement, great disengagement, really good CC, and he's just thick. So one thing I like to suggest with him is you get increased regen and attack speed when you're in the jungle. So that not only helps you clear mobs in the jungle and stay sustained, but it's also great for post gank when you're taking your routes. Make sure to go through the jungle and you might sometimes want to chill there for a little bit longer just to get that regen up. As you really sustain and also take duels in the jungle. You can pretty much 1v1 duel most junglers, besides maybe Chimera that's pretty fed, who can stack you up and also cleanse your stun. But pretty much everyone else, you should have the advantage when you're in the jungle. As far as Fangtooth, you're gonna have trouble soloing it. I wouldn't really suggest that. Generally try to organize your team to go for Fangtooth, just because Rampage's damage output's not that great. It would take you a long ass time to do it by yourself. But as far as you're initiating your ganks, I try, in the perfect situation, I try to hit them with a long range rock through the fog wall. If you can, sneak in, you come out of the fog, hit him with that rock, hit your leap, then land, smash, and then keep smacking them. You want to try to body block them, but slow them down so they can't get under their tower. Keep doing it. They dash away. You leap again. Boom. Grab another rock. Combo them. And that's pretty much it. Use your body as a great tool, because you can use that to body block enemies from killing your teammates. You can also body block them using the terrain or corners to really hold people back and pin them with your big ass shoulders. Greatly effective. His ultimate is pretty straightforward. You pop it and it gives you max health and regen. It also enhances your rock, so that becomes instant cast, and then your leap is actually increased for a little bit more range. Generally, if I'm coming out of the jungle, getting ready for a gank, and you need to rush, you just can pop that ult, leap in, boom, insta rock, smash. Similar combo. One thing about his ult, which I notice a lot of beginner Rampages do, is they'll pop it at like 20% health, and that may have worked in the original Paragon game, but I've noticed in this one, it's more of an increase to your max health and a bit of increased regen. But it's really that max health you want to use. So I personally will pop it no lower than about 40% health. Obviously if it's off cooldown, I'll pop it even at 50, 60% health, just to allow you to be more aggressive and tanky. Sometimes getting to that 40% mark is nice for baiting enemies in, because they think, oh, we're gonna kill them, and then boom, pop that ult and regen a bit. But like I said, don't wait too long. Pop that and get aggressive right out the gate. And yeah, Rampage, pretty straightforward, not too complicated with his rotation or anything. Just be a big beefy boy and go slay some people in the jungle. Rampage is the king, don't ever forget it. And yeah, so I'm gonna be trying to stream regularly on YouTube now. The quality and just kind of in tandem with these videos, I think it works better for me. So if you want to come check me out, just Indo Complex, same channel, pop it in the stream. And other than that, if you want to see more videos, I'm thinking I'll do another jungler guide next, maybe Richter or someone like that. Not really sure, but I plan on making more of these build guides and some other like playthrough videos and stuff like that eventually. So if you're interested, go ahead and leave me a like and or a sub. I'd appreciate it. Peace out, guys. Thank you.